Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? It's Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesday. Here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. If you could hit the like button, subscribe button, notification button. Stay up to date with all my future Teachable Tuesday videos. You see the little cap on, lock heads. Shout out to Empress Locks. If you live in the Central Florida area, make sure you check her out. She is awesome. She is amazing. She gets your locks right. Some of y'all have been telling me on my videos that my locks have been growing, for those of you who've been watching my videos over the years, and it's all thanks to her. So yeah, make sure you go ahead and check her out. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link in the description below to her YouTube page so you can see some of her work. But anyways, without further ado, today we are going to talk about a message that is called "Leave them alone, they ain't checking for you." I'm gonna say it again. Leave them alone, they ain't checking for you. Now, I know for some people this is going to be very hard to hear. How do I know? Because it was very hard for me to tell myself this. Forgive me, I kind of had to stop for a second because there's a lot of traffic going by. But anyways, so everybody has that one individual, a man or a woman, who is not so much that they're the one that got away, but they're the one that they couldn't get. And maybe it was your fault, maybe it wasn't your fault, but regardless, it didn't work. And for some strange reason, you're still stuck there. Well, I'm here to tell you today, it is time to let that person go, because I promise you they ain't checking for you. When you like somebody, right? When you are deeply invested in someone, it's very difficult to get to a point to where you uninvest yourself, right? Especially if certain things have happened. Like, let's say you guys dated. Let's say you guys made it official. Let's say there were some fun activities involved, if you will, right? When you combine all those things together, or at least have one of those things listed that I mentioned, you have essentially created a soul tie. And when you create a soul tie with someone, it's very easy, or I'm sorry, I said that backwards. It's very difficult to untie yourself from them. Keep in mind, a lot of times people say soul ties come about from physical intimacy. It's not the only way soul ties develop. I have soul ties with my guy best friends, and aka my brothers. Shout out to the innovators. And I've never been physically intimate with them. But the reason why we've had those soul ties is because of the connection that we've built over the years. Shoot, over the decade and a half, for real, that we've known each other. Soul ties are not just based on physical intimacy. Soul ties are based on deep connections with people. That's why it's very important to be careful who you connect with, right? And granted, there are times where it seems like the connection's good and then something just happens and it fades away. That does happen. Not knocking that at all. Not saying that that is not a possible fact. What I am saying, however, is sometimes we just got to know that despite those connections that we built, when it's time to cut loose ends or untie the knots so we can free ourselves, so we can move on. And I know it's hard. I'm going to tell you a story. I think I may have told this story before. Maybe I haven't. If I have, forgive me. If I have not, well, here it goes. So there was a woman that I was very much interested in. This was some years ago. And I had a high level, when you talking about high level, I mean through the roof, high level of interest in this woman. Both of us went to UCF. And, you know, I was trying to get to know her. And at first things were a little shaky. But after some years, which mistake number one, you don't wait years. Not to say I was waiting years. I was out doing my own thing. I'm pretty sure she was too, but you get the point. We started connecting, right? Well, it turns out that the sad part about this all was she didn't want the connection that I wanted. And anytime, man or woman, that you see another man or woman that you're interested in, and they don't want the same connection that you desire, it can be hard. Because it's kind of like, but why? Why can't I get that connection? Why don't you want me? This and that. I'm a great man. I'm a great woman. Do you know what I have to offer? You know how much I could change your life? You know how much I could change your life for the better? And you are probably right. However, everybody ain't your cup of tea. And you ain't everybody's cup of tea or coffee. Some people like coffee over tea. Shout out to the Coffee Podcast. Anyways, it's one of those things where you have to be humble enough to realize, you know what? This just ain't it. But yet, what happened with me was I kept trying to pursue her. I questioned her why in terms of, you know, why do you not want me and this and that, which is, by the way, fellas and ladies too, y'all should never do that. If somebody don't want you, okay, let it be. Walk away. Have your dignity and pride intact. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt. And it took me a while to understand why I was so attracted to this woman. Why could I not let her go? Well, there was a connection that we built there in spite of her not wanting a romantic connection overall. The time we spent together, the places we hung out at. All those build a connection. What a lot of people don't realize is it doesn't take much to build a connection. Hence why I said, once again, be careful who you build connections with. So I'm not gonna lie, for maybe the first week after she told me what she told me, I was checking her IG and stuff like that, which, by the way, fellas and ladies, that's another thing you should not be doing. I'm telling y'all my mistakes and telling you how to learn from them. And after a while, I just stopped. Because I realized, what's the point? This person ain't checking for me. Right? And it's not just because this person's not checking for me. That's only a part of the matter. The other part of it is, if you don't want the connection that I want, there is no connection to be had. The only way you can have a connection is when you have two or more operating systems in agreement. If you only have one system agreeing and not the other system agreeing, there is no connection. You can't have a connection by yourself. How you doing?
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Supercollege.com.
Supercollege.com?
Yeah. It's a free website that'll help you with lots of scholarship assistance.
Okay.
So you want my telephone number?
I'm recording the video right now, but do you have like are you going to be here for a little bit? You have a business card?
I'm going to going up to Wendy's and Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay. What's the website called again?
It's called supercollege.com.
Supercollege.com. I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to check it out.
Write down my number. How you doing? 850-736-7955. 850-736-7955.
You know what? That might be big...
It's my number.
Is your number?
If you have any question, I'll try to help you.
Okay, thank you, man.
I see the backpack. I see you must be like going to college or trying to go to college.
Oh, I'm a teacher.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's great. That's because somebody, when my angels are doing something right now, when someone tried to tell them, so it must have been you why my angel told me to tell you. So supercollege.com gives high school students and college students, university students, massive amounts of scholarships. So you just go to supercollege.com. It's free. And you just keep on applying, you keep on using it, apply for scholarship, and scholarship, and scholarship, and scholarship. And since you're a teacher, check out also edx.org.
edx.org?
Yeah.
Okay.
People can do online courses for free. They can audit it for free. And if they want to take it for the credit hours, they pay only a fraction, bro. It's only a fraction of the cost that you would pay at a college or university. So check out the two websites. What course do you teach?
I teach 12th grade language arts.
Language arts?
Uh-huh.
Oh, very good, brother. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, man. Nice to meet you as well.
You.
Take care. Thank you. Hey, stuff like that happens. Everything happens for a reason. So, hey, Any high school students that might be watching this video, or college students, make sure you check that website out. He also gave his number, so you can contact him about that information. But anyways, back to the video. The whole point is, and no, I'm not cutting that out, by the way, because that was very useful information. That's what we do on Teachable Tuesdays. Each one to teach one, even people you don't know. So the whole overall point is you can't build a connection with somebody that's not there. Now, obviously, can you build a connection with yourself? Yes, absolutely. And I think you should connect with yourself before you try to connect with anybody else, because, you know, self-care is the best care. Self-love is the best love. And if you don't love anyone else, how can you love somebody? If you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? But anyways, the whole point, y'all, is that woman was not bothered by me. And even if she was, any man or woman that really desires you, genuine desire, which is a term I've been learning as of lately, will do whatever it takes in a positive way to keep them in your life, to keep you in their life. All right. So I know you might have had an ex that for whatever reason you just had this deep connection with. You thought that was it. Maybe you had this person where maybe it was just a fling and you caught feelings. Maybe you had a friend even where y'all had a very strong friendship, but for some reason things just didn't fall into place like you thought they would over the long term. I'm here to tell you today, it's time to let them go. It's time to move forward. You are hindering yourself from any future relationships. Now, I'm not talking about just romantic ones, I'm talking about platonic ones as well, by you still holding on to those individuals, okay? I'm telling you this because I've been there and done that time and time again. It took me a while to learn, but eventually I did. And again, it all goes back to that soul tie. I think I'm gonna do an in-depth video on soul ties because there's so much from a spiritual, mental, and emotional, but especially spiritual standpoint that I could get into with soul ties. So I think I'm gonna touch bases on that very, very soon. So look out for that video, all right? But real quick before I go, there's two ways that you can let these type of individuals go. Number one, cut off all communication. I know that's tough. Some of you guys are still trying to reach out to these individuals and not reaching back. Just stop. Delete their number. Delete them as a friend on social media. I'm not saying you got to block them, but do what it takes to make sure you don't have that connection, right? And number two, start developing good habits and start doing things that will ultimately better you. Because at the end of the day, if you're busy developing yourself, building yourself, allowing yourself to be what God wants you to be, you won't have time for individuals who don't serve your purpose, who ain't checking for you. Because eventually what's gonna happen is they're gonna clear themselves out. Don't believe me? I'm telling you this from personal experience. They will do it every time, okay? So I hope this video helps. Again, if you're somebody who's struggling to let somebody go, I promise you, do it. There's somebody out there, again, platonic, romantic, whatever, better for your path of life than somebody who no longer wants to be there, okay? And if you're somebody who's on the opposite side and you no longer want to be in somebody's life, don't hold them hostage just because of the benefits they might give you. Let them go, all right? Because you are also wasting your time as well, okay? That's it for our video. Again, this is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have not checked out episode 2 of the Tekken Tag Tournament Bowl Family Edition, make sure you check that out. Until next time, peace.